Hello, everyone. We're live. Welcome to the show. Let's do it. All right, nice chill show tonight. Nice chill.
Oh yeah, this is Sci-Fi Snob, and this is the Toplofty Lounge for a smooth show for you today. Oh yeah, baby, in the 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, baby, yeah, here we go, in 11, 10, 9, oh yeah, baby, here we come, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Top Lofty Lounge. It's episode 62. We're going to have a chill stream. We're just going to do a bunch of things. I think you're going to enjoy it. We'll see. We'll talk about some stuff. You guys can suggest topics too. Anyway, here we are. Welcome, all my fellow snobs. Before we get started, let me introduce my co host. He is the Fantastic Four to my Deadpool, or as Snug says, he is the tattoo to my Ricardo Montalban. It's Cam. Say hello, Cam.
Can I have just a day where I'm not just subjected to abuse by my detractors? Just one day.
No.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Well,
You know what, show. All right.
let's
come
go
on.
forward.
So, Cam, how was your week?
Hold on. I need to address something in the chat real quick. Gojira,
Oh,
yes, you can talk about things and stuff. So, yes, you will have your opportunity for that. Okay. Sorry. What was your question?
How was your week?
Oh, it was okay. I'm experiencing kind of a time where everything seems like kind of sluggish. It's like, oh, it's Tuesday and it seems like it should be Friday. So it's one of those kinds of weeks. I guess I've been getting done what I need to do, and but summer's coming to an end. Thank God. I hate it.
Oh, come on. Summer's the best.
I don't live in the Great White North where you have to enjoy your 1 month of non-snow.
Snow's going to fall anytime now.
Yeah, it's just I hate it. It's okay, like other people that it's like, oh, it's the summer, I get out and I do things. No, not for me. It's the summer is like the time when I'm least active because I hate the hot weather. So I'm looking forward to the glorious fall where I can actually get outside and enjoy myself.
What a surprise. The man who hates everything hates summer, people. Can you believe it?
Well, but I love the fall.
He also hates puppies and apple pie and what else? Jeez, come on.
It's not true.
That's not true? Oh, okay. Oh, I just suspected it. Okay, so what did you do to increase your science fiction snobbery, Cam, this week? What did you do? Anything?
That's my answer right there.
Nothing? Yep. Well, I saw the Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, well, so you actually degraded yourself then. Right?
I was not impressed.
Oh,
we can talk about that on the show. I'll give a quick review. I don't know, spoilers, no spoilers. I don't know. I mean, it's just I wouldn't worry about spoilers, to be honest, because but anyway. All right. Okay, let's get into the show. Let's jump right in.
Well, first let's. Are you going to say hello to the
Cam
chat?
probably hates it. Alex Griffiths too. Oh, we should say hello to we should recognize who's in the chat. They're very active tonight. They are picking on me and you, mostly you. Yeah, it's quite the everybody's going. Okay, so who's in the chat? Death Angel Shadows in the chat. James is here, and James, Cam did read your story, and I have not finished reading it. I am going to give me another day or two. I'm hoping tomorrow to finish it up, and then we're going to talk to you about it. Yeah. Snug's in the chat. He wants me to kick Cam. I can't. He's paid to be here. He's got to do his job. Come on. Who else is in here? Who did I miss? Oh, Weatherman's here. Welcome, Weatherman. Who else? Oh, you guys. Oh, Dave's here. Hey, Dave. I think, is that it? Did I miss anyone, Cam? Oh, no, I did,
MS,
of course.
MS.
MS is here. Oh, okay. Gojira is here.
Gojira?
We've got all the usual subjects, all the lounge lizards. Yeah. I've it's a new thing. I'm calling all you guys lounge lizards, and I got a little at the end of the show. We got a little. I got a little thank you for all the lounge lizards. If your name's not on it, and you want to be on the lounge lizard list, just let me know and I'll put your name on there.
Well, I should note, however, that apparently you've done something right because you have now reached the lofty Toplofty number of 614 subscribers.
614 subscribers. It's crazy. We were stuck. Yeah, we got to do that. I don't know. It's a little bit of cheating because I was talking to somebody, and there's another guy on YouTube that I was watching some of his videos, and I liked the stuff. And I'm like, hey, you want to be on the show? And he's like, yeah, sure. So we're going to have him on a future show. He does video games, strategy games and stuff like that. He's in the Discord if you want to find him. Yeah, he's going to be, we'll get him on the show. We'll talk about, like he said, he usually does 4X and strategy video games. So we'll talk a little bit about science fiction ones or something like that. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you coerced your family into subscribing.
No, I didn't. I don't want them to see what's going on. It's a secret. Yeah. All right. So now, Cam, I understand. Let me see if I got this properly set up here. Let me see here. I understand, Cam, that everyone should know this, right? Cam loves AI. Does everything?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Here we go. Let me just. Do you like AI? Now, I am sure you would be interested to know what. Where is it?
Well, while you're looking that up,
that one. I'm sure you'd be interested to know what AI thinks. How AI thinks. What AI thinks haircuts will be like in the future, right? Is that something that you might be interested in?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of interested too. I don't know if we're getting sound here. I don't think there is. Is there sound on this? I don't know. You don't really need sound anyway. But this is what AI thinks haircuts are going to be like in the future. Let's roll the tape.
Yeah.
See if this works. It is going pretty slow.
Yeah, this is top quality here.
Maybe we're gonna.
Well, we're waiting for that. I'll say that. I'll just tell a quick anecdote that someone tried to weaponize AI against me today.
Oh, really? How's that?
Well, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to, give any action to a fat idiot that, is a scumbag hypocrite. But let's just say I don't think it worked.
Alien Earth starts this Tuesday on FX. Okay, all right. This is taking a long time. It's not working. I am gonna can it, unfortunately. But you know what? I will put the link in the chat, and people can look at it.
Great job. Thanks for that. This worked out perfect. Snugs, I am not balder than Jean-Luc Picard. How dare you?
All right, let me see. Copy video address. And I'll put it in the thing, and we'll see what. It doesn't want to copy the address either. All right. Well, we'll figure it out by sometime, and we'll put that in. Anyway, it's
I can see the subscriber count going down right now. Okay.
It looked kind of funny.
All right. How many people we lost? Oh, 11 watching. Thank you, you generous.
We gained a few people like that. Outpost Nerd just jumped in. All right, welcome.
All right. Maybe can I say a little something about tools? Maybe.
Do you have a tool, Tom?
I do not, and let me tell you why. If I may, this won't take long. Okay, so I think I mentioned, last week we had a brief segment on the new Swiss Army knife that's coming out. That is out, and I did receive that this week. But we kind of went over it last week, and I haven't had a chance to really use it and such. So there's really nothing to report right now. But I have another plier from Knipex, and it is pronounced Knipex, by the way. That is on order, should be here later this week. But it has exploded on the tool channels. It's like all the everyone has had their feature come out for it, so it's a big making a big splash. And then same week, there's a new Klein screwdriver handle that is hitting now, and people are going crazy about that. One guy's made multiple Morgan's Maintenance, a good channel, has made multiple videos on it because he's had questions. He's delving deep into it, and then so it's hot news. These couple of things are hitting right now. So
hot news. All right.
Yeah. So I will be getting both of those. One is on order, and the other one, the screwdriver is not available normally yet, I guess. But I do plan on getting it. So, what's the new Swiss Army knife? Snug asks. Well, it's a knifeless model that it's I think it's the Pioneer Companion X. I think is the model. You can see, we went over it on last week's show, but basically it's got scissors and
last
then
week's show.
Yeah, scissors and two driver tools, including the new package opening tool, newer package opening tool. So that's it's kind of, a good thing for, well, yeah, knifeless. I understand that, a Swiss Army knife without a knife, but, given all the airplane stuff and government buildings and all the other nonsense, or schools, it's an option for that I think is good. Plus, the scissors are excellent on the Swiss Army knife. So,
Right. All right.
Yeah.
Tough day, man. I was tired. I got to drink some Coke to wake myself up to make sure I can get through the show. I did some manly things. That's it. Is that it for tool time? Should I take this off?
Yeah, you can take that off. But Death Day in the Shadow. No, I haven't seen that.
All right.
You should put that in the chat or in the somewhere in. Tag me with that in the Toplofty Discord, if you would. James being unkind to me.
Oh well.
Yeah, Snugs. Yeah, it's technically, I guess, not a knife. It's a Swiss Army multi-tool. Neutron, welcome. All right,
welcome.
All right. Sorry, just wanted to let people know that there's some exciting tools out there.
So, are we going to have a tool time in the near future?
Well, if I could get these, I'd be happy to do it if I can get a hold of them. Like I said, the new plier should be here this week. So, Snuggy has an Endura Spyderco, man, huh?
Yeah, I got a Spyderco, an old one from way.
Just one.
Yeah, just one.
All right.
How many do you need, man? I mean,
all right, one.
Okay, shall we jump in, Cam? I thought we would just talk about a bunch of different things. I had the like I said, I went to see the Fantastic Four. Is this thing gonna come up? All right, Fantastic Four First Steps. I thought I would give a little bit of a review of it. Now, what's the deal in the chat? Are people like spoilers? No spoilers? What's the?
Well, I say you spoil it because I don't.
I think I should spoil it because I don't think it's that good, and I don't think you should be worrying about it too much.
Yeah,
yeah.
But you should. Fair warning though.
Fair warning. I'm gonna do spoilers. Tell you what, we'll type in the chat if you want to mute, and then I'll type in the chat. We'll say spoilers over, and then something like that, and then you to listen again. Anyway, so I saw the movie this week. I knew I knew what the story was about because I spoiled it, because I didn't think I was going to go see it, but I did in the end, and so I actually knew what the storyline was going to be.
Well,
so I was kind of surprised.
But the strange thing for me is I haven't tried to avoid spoilers at all, and I have not heard them. It's like it seems like no one's really interested in. Maybe it's not worth spoiling.
Well, I purposely went out looking for spoilers because
Okay.
I didn't think I was going to see it, and I wanted to. I was curious.
God, that cast sucks.
And so then so I kind of knew what was going to happen. So what do you want first? Do you want the?
I don't care.
Good, I mean, bad? What do you want the overall?
Give us the general setup. Like, okay, here's this is.
Yeah, so it's the Fantastic Four. They start out. The first thing they do is they do a montage of, it's like 3 or 4 years or some amount of time since the Fantastic Four got their cosmic powers. So they do a little montage. There's, they're fighting the Mole Man and this and that. I can't even remember what exactly they did, but I thought it was good because some of in the trailers you see Sue Storm, putting her hands up and doing her thing. Some of that is from the quick montage, the 3-minute montage at the beginning. So, yes, there wasn't much.
I was going to say, I think a montage is a good way to deal with when you're not telling an origin story. Just kind of boom, 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 hit it.
Yes, and I'm not against the montage. I just think it's funny that sometimes in the trailer we see some of these fight scenes, and I'm like, oh, that looks cool. And I'm like, it's from the montage, right? So it's just like a clip in the trailers. It's still a little clip from the montage. So you see, I don't really count that as. I think there was 2 fights in the movie. They fight on Galactus's spaceship, and then Galactus comes to Earth, and they fight him there. I think that's really all about. If you don't count. I guess if they're kind of when they kind of chase the Silver Smurfette there, and I don't really think they. So there's really only 2 fight scenes, and I wasn't too impressed.
Okay, you're skipping a lot here. I have no idea.
I am. I'm just saying that's why I'm like the montage has got some of the combat. Like, it's a superhero movie, you expect more combat. Do we really need to know how to get their powers? No, we don't, and I don't really care anymore. Because we've seen it many times. No more origin story. So I'm happy about that. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, that was fine. But then they get into they start right off with the movie, and they have, Sue she's basically, waiting to see if she's pregnant, right? And he goes, Pedro says, hey, can I talk to you? He goes, talk to you in 12 seconds. And he's like, well, that's really kind of specific. And it's pretty obvious that she's, waiting to see if she's pregnant. And she's like, hey, we're pregnant. And hey, we've been trying it for a long time. Okay, great. So then...
do they not already have a child in this movie?
Yeah, Franklin is born in the movie.
Okay, he's already
so then, they do stuff around. I don't even remember what they do. Nothing, really. And then, the Silver Smurfette shows up. She comes on TV. She says, they build up the Fantastic Four saving people, and everybody loves them and all that stuff. There's a TV show, like an interviewer guy. And he's all like, hey, it's the Fantastic Four, blah, blah, blah. And everyone, we get the sense that, yeah, everyone loves them. They're great. And then spoiler, Ben is the real father. Wow, we don't know. Anyway, so then the Silver Smurfette shows up, into the movie, and she's like, Galactus is coming. You're all gonna die. Blah blah blah. So the Fantastic Four, they get into their spaceship, which is like right in New York, right in the water there, and they take off and they fly towards Galactus. They use some FTL thing, and they fly to him, and they land on the ship.
Okay, so Galactus is far away. He's way out in space.
He's far away. You have to use FTL.
Okay.
I don't know how far away he is. They use FTL to get there. It's not. They don't seem to be. They don't seem to take that long, hours maybe. But anyway, they go on the ship. They land. They Silver Smurfette's there. They they go to her. They go to Galactus. He's like, there's some good CGI. Galactus looks cool, and then he goes, I'm going to eat your planet, but if you give me your baby, then I won't eat your planet, basically. And the reason for that is Galactus wants to get away from billions of years of this hunger. I need to rest, and the baby will take over for my job. That's basically what he implies. And then I can rest. I guess he's going to die and have the baby take over. And of course they're like, no, we're not going to let the baby take over. And he's like, oh yes, you will. And he, does something. And then Sue's pretty pregnant by this time, but I don't think she's supposed to have the baby for like a month or two. Anyway, he forces her to, she starts to go into labor, right? So there's a little bit of a fight scene. I can barely remember what happens. It's kind of lame. It's not that, not that good. They run away. They get into the ship. Quick, everybody in the ship. And then they take off and they, fly off. It's not the flight scene's not too bad. The Silver Surfette follows them and they're dodging in and out. And Johnny's shooting at her with some guns on the machine and Ben is flying it. Anyway, they basically, they damage the FTL and they kind of use it to jump out of FTL at some black hole. And the whole idea is that they're going to, the Silver Surfer is going to get sucked towards the black hole, maybe not get stuck, but it's going to take her a month to get out of the black hole. So she won't be able to chase them. So they do that. They break the FTL gets busted. They use it to get her in there, and then they have to fly back home. It takes them a month to fly back home without faster than light travel. Now, do you see a problem there, Cam?
I'm not really following. I'm not following it. Are you going to talk about time dilation or something?
Yeah. Like they go on faster than light travel to get to wherever Galactus is, and then they start using it back, and then they're at some black hole, and then they fly home. Like, I don't think there's any black holes within a month faster than light travel from Earth, right? Like the nearest star is Alpha Centauri, which is 4 years away, right?
Yeah, like, at light speed, right?
At light speed. So
who cares about the physics?
Who cares, right? So anyway, so they get home, and everyone and all the people are all like, oh, did you kill Galactus? What happened? Right? They like go and they kind of look chagrined and all that stuff. And he said, well, we didn't defeat Galactus. He told us that he won't destroy the Earth if we give him our baby. And of course, she's carrying the baby because they had, they're flying the ship and she's having the baby, and they're like, driving around and stuff. So it's pretty chaotic, right? She has the kid in the middle of the fight. So then, Sue comes on and says, we said no. And everyone's like, what? You said no? And everybody gets a little pissy. Basically, the world, everybody in the world are a bunch of whiners, man. Like, they're all like, save us, Fantastic Four, and do everything. And we're just going to sit here. And we're like, of course they're going to defeat Galactus, whoever the guy is. We're not.
Let me ask you a question. In this world,
and they're all pissy when they didn't come back. When they're like, what do you mean you didn't defeat him? Hey.
In this world, are there any other superheroes?
Not that we see.
Okay.
Not that we hear of. Nothing. So, yeah. We're always going in most inconvenient times. Yes. Now remember, Galactus made her do it. So yeah. Anyway, so they come back, and then there's a little bit of people are rioting. How are you going to save us? What do you mean you're not? Just give up the baby. It's just a baby. And Sue's like, no. There's a little bit of the pitchforks and at the Fantastic Four building, the Baxter building. Hey. Anyway, Reed kind of goes, all right, I'll he finally comes up. Really, he's a bit of a wimp. He's like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then he finally comes up with something. Of course, Sue gives him the idea. But earlier in the movie, we saw him practicing with teleportation. He's like, I can teleport this egg 6 feet. So he decides that he's going to teleport the Earth to somewhere else
6 feet away
in the universe, and then
sure,
and then the Galactus will never find them. No, he's not going to just the Earth. He's not going to teleport the moon. He's not going
the sun.
Just the Earth.
All right.
Yeah, we'll just teleport to some other thing with the sun, and everything will be good to go, right?
No problem.
That's the plan. And I'm like, what? I see a big problems with that plan. Anyway, so they, Galactus is, and then they're like, oh, Galactus is at Jupiter, right? Like, how long does it? And I think they say something like they got 48 or 72 hours to get there or something. And they're gonna.
So wait a minute. So Galactus can travel FTL clearly because
No. But by the time they figure out what they're gonna do, I think Galactus is a couple days away, and they say he's at Jupiter. Oh, he's at Jupiter, and what are we gonna do? Like, this is like you're getting newsreels and stuff.
Okay, my point is, if he has the capacity to move much faster, obviously, to get from wherever he was to the Sol system.
Yeah. Well, they were traveling for a month to get back to Earth, right? So if
none of that works out. None of that works out.
But anyway, I don't know.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
The point is that they have a couple days, and he's at Jupiter, and they have a couple days, and they're going to build these teleportation things all over the world, and then he shows up, and they're going to teleport away. That's the plan.
Okay.
And of course, so they build all these things in like 3 days or something.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait, I got a question. Did they try offering him Venus? No, nothing.
They just
the baby or Earth. That's it.
Yeah, the baby Earth.
All right.
So these giant sort of 3 tripod looking things, really big. They're about 10 stories tall at least, and they have a map. When they're about to fire these things, they go into the Fantastic Four building at this map. There's at least 30 of them around the world. You see all these little dots on the map and stuff. 30, 50 of them. I'm like, how do they build 50 of these in 3 days? Like this advanced technology and stuff. And everyone's like, we all got to come together and say yes. Okay, yay. And so they build them in a couple days. And then they're like, okay, let's fire up. And of course, they're about to fire it up. And, they press the go button. And of course, the Silver Surfette comes down and she blows up the first one. And it's like, oh, one didn't work. And they're like, what's going on? Oh, and then she's going around. She just flies around the Earth, destroys everyone, except for the one in New York because they stop her somehow or they deflect her. I can't remember. Who cares? Anyway, so they're all destroyed except this one. Like, we're screwed. Then they're like, oh, now what are we gonna do? Okay, well, we'll use the baby as bait and lure Galactus down to New York to pick up the baby, and then we'll fire the last one. We'll open up a hole. We'll push him through the hole and teleport him far away, right? Which kind of makes more sense to do anyway, right? So of course there's like, oh, do we want to use the baby? Oh yeah, we got to use the baby. All right. So they come up with this plan, and of course, if you're Galactus, what would you do? You'd be like, I'll send my Silver Surfette down there to get the baby, but of course he doesn't. He's like, oh, we got the baby. Okay, come and get it. All right, so he comes down, and then so you get to see him stomping through New York. There's a fight. He almost goes into the thing, but then he gets a little he almost goes into he's about to step into the area of the teleportation. He's like, wait a second, something's up. And he decides not to go in. And of course they're the baby's there and they're hiding the baby. And he's like looking around. He's like, hey, that's not the baby. Oh, there it is over there. And so he's going over there. Anyway, there's a bit of a fight scene and they push him up. They open up the hole and they push him towards it. But he's not quite going in. And then then Johnny decides he does the heroic, I'll, tell my niece, my nephew, I love him, blah, blah, blah. And he's going to, run into Galactus and push him the last little bit through the gate. And the Silver Surfette pushes Johnny out of the way and hits Galactus. And they go through portal, and they turn off the portal, and hooray, everything's good to go. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention during the thing, Johnny has kind of a thing for the silver Smurfette. Surfette. He's like, oh, and they kind of joke about it. He's like, he chases her, of course, because he's the only one who can keep up with her. He's like, oh, and he's trying to figure out her language. She says some stuff in the language, and he spends a bunch of time figuring it out, and figures out what she's saying. It doesn't matter what she says, really, but yeah, and that's basically the story.
Sounds dumb.
It was kind of, I was like, it's kind of boring. Just, very straightforward. Like I said, about 2 fight scenes, Galactus and in New York. I didn't think they were that good. So let me talk about the characters a little bit. Let's okay, question. Yeah.
Okay, question. Wait a minute. So I was glazing over it there at the end. So
sorry,
they did get him in the trap and he's gone. What was that?
Yes, okay. They win.
Okay,
good triumphs over evil. So and the Silver Surfette's gone too. She's the one who knocked him in, though. She saved the day. So
Jason's theory about Galactus destroying their world or whatever didn't happen.
Oh no, it did not. That would have been a better story. I think that would have been better. So that's it. So I'm disappointed because I like Jason's idea. They should come into our world, and so how are they going to get them into our world? I don't know.
Yeah, they didn't set up anything for that.
No. Okay, so at the very end, there's the standard post-credit Marvel thing. They jump 4 years, and Franklin is now 4 years old. Sue's in the Baxter building. She goes to get him a cookie or something.
Wait a minute. I thought you said that Franklin was already around at the beginning.
No, she was pregnant with him. And then she has him.
Okay.
And then he's a baby, right? Like she has him. He's like a little, he's like a couple weeks old, and he's in a bassinet. They're putting him in a car thing, They're like, here's this car thing. It's radiation proof and this proof and that proof, and rebuilds it and stuff. Yeah. So at the end of the movie, they have the post-credit, Marvel scene, right? So the post-credit scene pushes us 4 years into the future, and you see Sue with Franklin, and she's reading him a story. She goes and gets him a cookie or another book or something, and then she turns around. He's not there. She goes around this. They have one of these center fireplace things like this from the 70s, and she goes around, looks around the thing, and Franklin's there, and you see a side shot of Dr. Doom, and then it's cut. Right, so Dr. Doom is like playing with Franklin or touching him or something, or I don't know, kidnapping him. Who knows? We don't know. We just see Franklin's looking at Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom's there. Boom, they cut. So there's your, kind of lame. They could have done something more with that. But yeah, I was kind of. It was just a standard superhero movie. Yeah, Incredibles did it better. Yes, very much. If you had to rank them. Okay, well, before I rank them, let me go into a little bit of more, the pluses and minuses of the movie. So the effects are pretty good. The retro stuff is well done throughout the movie. But I mean, that's kind of the best I can say about it. Pedro Pascal is Reed. He's very anxious all the time, right? He's like that's not how I think of Reed Richards. Cam, correct me if I'm wrong. Like anxious and worried about all this stuff. Like he goes and he has concern to try to figure him out and stuff. But Pascal plays him as sort of nervous, anxious all the time. That's how he comes across, and I'm like, ugh.
Well,
it seems kind of lame that way.
Yeah.
Sue's fine.
He sucks. Whoever cast him is a moron. I mean, moron.
I don't think he did a good job. But I'm trying to look at the Sue. Vesta Kirby is fine as Sue Storm. I was trying to look at between them, see if there's like chemistry and stuff, and I was like, I couldn't say there was no chemistry, but I was like, it was a little bit, I'm like looking at them, I'm like, are they really married? I guess maybe. Johnny, we talked to me and my buddy who saw the movie with me. We talked about this. We're like, Johnny seems gay. Uh, like, he's they play him up a little bit because he sees the silver surfette, and he chases her. But I mean, that's kind of the thing. But Ben makes some quips about, oh yeah, Johnny's going after the girls again, but we never see Johnny go after the girls at all anywhere else. And if I had to guess, I think, oh, Johnny's just playing it up that he likes the silver surfette so that the rest of them don't think he's gay. Like, I mean, he didn't come across as, particularly a ladies' man or anything like that. So I thought that was kind of. Ben was fine, but he seemed to spend all his time. Yeah, Johnny's a flamer. Yeah. He seemed to spend all his time walking the streets in his hat and coat so that people could talk to him and say stuff like, say the thing. Oh, it's clobbering time. And he can meet the girl from Orange is the New Black, was his love interest. She was running a school and he'd talk to her sometimes and the kids would wave and stuff. And yeah, he's walking around all the time. And people are like, hey, how's it going, Ben? Yay. Like, I'm like, what the hell is the point of all this walking around? Yeah. So they wasted all their chemistry fondling each other on all the carpet red appearance and nothing left for the movie. Yeah, but that happened afterwards. I think they were trying to make it good, but it didn't come across in the movie so much. Ben isn't 7 feet tall. He's there. You can see that. Is he supposed to be 7 feet tall? I thought he was tall. Smaller.
Let's see.
I thought he's supposed to be 6, like just normal size, but pretty strong. But I can't remember. Yeah, so I wasn't particularly impressed with the acting on any of them, but I think Reed I didn't like his portrayal of Pedro Pascal. I didn't like his portrayal of Reed Richards. Like I said, there's only about 2 fight scenes really. There's a montage at the beginning, 3 counting that. And then the fight on the ship and the fight on Earth. They weren't particularly that great to me. Nothing really stood out. Each of them has a little thing to do. That's about it. Yeah. Like I said, the 60s retro stuff was the only good thing. They got the robot Herbie in there. And what else they say? The credits. Sue is Sue is the one who gets the mole man to make a deal with the above ground people, and they hide some people in underground when Galactus is supposed to show up. I don't see how that's going to work. He's going to eat the whole planet. Who cares if they're underground? But anyway,
6 feet tall. The thing is supposed to be 6 feet tall.
Yeah. So he's so she's kind of the one that's going out and doing this stuff. I mean, I think it should really be Reed. He's supposed to be, that's the reason why he's always distracted, because he's always thinking about these things and he's kind of neglects his family and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's basically it. Like I said, I was not too impressed. If this is not the show to save Marvel, Superman, is it better than Superman? I don't think so. I think Superman was better. What else, guys? Of the Fantastic Four, the first 2, the Fantastic Four movies, with what's her name? Though I think those were reasonably good. They weren't great. They were. Is it better than the Fan-Fortastic? Gee, I don't know. They're different movies. I don't know. I don't think this one was necessarily better than the last one, the 2015 one, Ken. You didn't see that one, did you?
No, I didn't.
Is it better than the Roger Corman one? I mean,
well, this picture actually kind of looks like, it.
I mean, it's a difference between a $1 million budget and a, $200 million budget. Yeah, Superman was in it. Jessica Alba. That's right. I keep forgetting her name. Superman was entertaining. There was parts that I enjoyed of it. This is definitely better than Superman Superman is better than this in my view. I don't see how this is going to save the MCU or take it into. Cam, do you remember? Is this the last film of Phase 5 or the first of Phase 6 or something?
I wouldn't.
I don't see how it helps at all. Very mediocre. This is up there with, this is as good. It's like Captain Marvel level of Marvel films. Not good. I put it lower than Superman. So, right. Somebody type spoilers over.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, I mean, there could have been a lot of other stuff to have been done. Like I said, just letting the Earth get, like Jason's idea, let the Earth get destroyed, and they come over, stick them in the in some sort of interdimensional somewhere. They go from the 60s to 2025, something like that. Like that would have been cool, and they would have come off of a loss. Like they let their Earth get destroyed, and
well, you know what?
Problem with that would have been kind of interesting, right?
Or based on your what you were saying about this is if they did do the thing where they teleported it, but there was time dilation, so when they put it back, it was suddenly 2025, and it's like obviously there would be a time shift that no one would be able to explain, or they wouldn't experience it. They could have done something weird like that too, So
yeah, I mean, how do you? I mean, it's just, but that's just ludicrous. I mean, how do you teleport a whole planet? Come on.
Well, okay. Here's the thing.
And there's a bunch, this Reed is taught, he's like, the lever, give me a long enough lever with a fulcrum and I can move the world. That's the sort of thing that gets him to remember.
Right. I can accept in
I'm like, oh, come on.
In the scope of Marvel comics that tend to get very cosmic and very pseudoscience, you could do something like that. I think meaning anyone can tell any kind of story if they put the work in, right? Especially in sci-fi. They could have done any number of things. They could have said, oh, well, we're shrinking Earth into the microverse so he doesn't see us, temporarily, or something like that.
That would have made more sense.
Right. They could have done any kind of thing like that was in the spirit of the old crazy sci-fi comics, Fantastic Four comics. And it seems like they just kind of said, well, we'll try this, and then didn't really follow through. I mean,
we're going to teleport, and then we're going to teleport the Earth, and we're only going to, we're going to build all these teleportation devices all around the Earth. And it's only going to take us 3 days. Like, come on, is this giant 10-story sciencey looking thing? I'm like, I mean, who could build? No one could build that except Reed. Like, there's no teleportation in the world other than like he just discovers teleportation at the beginning of the movie, sort of thing. He's like, oh, I'm teleporting this egg. Oh, it's working. Oh, maybe we have this problem. Like, it's not like,
well, you know what,
teleporting things.
You know what they could have done is
they're the only ones who have a spaceship. Nobody else has a spaceship. No one else has faster than light travel. Like it's the 60s, except they have all this fancy stuff. The Fantastic Four.
They could have done something where they showed him, developing it, the concept of it, or proof of concept at least, that he's teleported an egg or whatever. And then on this journey back, they could have figured out, oh, this is it. And then in the months or whatever it took them coming back, he could have been developing it and formulating this plan and doing all of it. Something.
But they didn't. Like he literally, like, it's sort of a throwaway. Like he's like, Johnny walks in, he's like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm teleporting this egg. He's, oh, it's working. Yeah, but it's just an egg, and I only can, it's only an egg, and I only did it 6 feet. Like, that's nothing, right? Mm-hmm. I got to do a lot more work. And then, of course, by the end of the movie, they're like, I'm going to teleport the entire Earth. Yeah, no problem.
See, but
3 days.
You could do that with Reed. If you took the time, right, to say, oh, well, yeah, he's taken this month to do this. I mean, his intelligence is supposed to be crazy like that. It's not just, oh, yeah, I thought of it today and tomorrow it's done, like you said, you can't do that without credibility.
It was the building of the things, right?
Yeah.
And like I expect that they would have like a big picture of the globe and they would be equidistant. They put them in space and put them around the Earth, and they would be each equidistant so that it would be even and stuff. But no, they just like put them in certain cities and stuff. Put them here, put them there. Like they're all. I'm like, how's that going to work? Oh well, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just.
So sounds pretty lame.
Yeah, I was not impressed. yeah, there's so much more they could do. And the whole, like I said, how are they going to link this to Doom? Oh, they're going to just put a side picture of Doom at the very end in the credits, after the credit sequence, and he's going to be, touching Franklin. They did make the point that Franklin is very smart. Reed scans Franklin before, and he's like, before they're, he's the worried father. She's like, put the crib together. How come you're making Herbie the robot put the crib together? He goes, I'm doing science stuff. And he's scanning the baby to make sure it's all right. And they come out, oh yeah, he's completely normal. And Galactus tells him, no, he's got cosmic powers. He's hiding them from you. And they're like, oh. So that's kind of interesting. Franklin can hide. Is smart enough to hide his powers in the womb from them. But yeah. And that's, it doesn't save the movie. It's just, that's kind of interesting, but geez.
Now,
much problems.
In the comics, Franklin does have immense powers, such that they discover this or whatever. And they put blocks in his head, to keep him from, inadvertently destroying the world or something. And there is a kind of a notable comic where Mephisto, I think, was messing with them, and they basically took the rein, took the blocks off Franklin and let him go wild. When he was like a little baby, he's like, oh, you hurt mommy or something, and he just owned him. So Franklin is very powerful.
Yes, Weatherman. It's not. It's not. Reed just makes some story. Well, I'll teleport us away. It'll take us be millions of years before Galactus can find us.
Do they discuss the nature of Galactus in this at all?
Not really. We see him eating a planet because they're like, oh, these, they're like, oh, something's. Reed kind of knows Galactus is coming or something's coming because somehow he detects that these planets have been eaten. I don't know how he could possibly do that, right? You'd have to take a picture before and then after, but they're on the screen. It's like, oh, this planet here, this is some weird reading. Something happened, so they kind of figure that out. It's kind of, it's like the least. I don't think they had anybody who's got a science degree or knows anything about science worked on the movie. That's not how physics works.
Well, I'm going to go back to my, I think fantastic. Once again, they've just burned a prime property, right? And they've.
Why do you need? They didn't need to do this story. I was kind of thinking, all right, if they do this, is there a reason? Looking back, is there a reason they did the story the way that they did? Why is Franklin being born already? All this stuff. Is there a reason for that? There's nothing in the movie because, like I said, nothing. The only thing that links this movie to the MCU is at the end of it, we see Doom and Franklin. Right, Doom is.
Well, but that's not even part of the. That's not even part of it.
Doom shows up at the end, but even that's not really a link, right?
No, he didn't appear in.
Doom is supposed to be in this universe, right? Because he's with the Fantastic Four, right?
Yeah. All right. So, the chat is now clamoring to move on.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, it sucked. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk a little. I'll talk a little bit about Dune Part 3. It's coming up. This is an older. Oops, where's my stuff? All right, this is an older article here about Dune. So they're, if people know, I'm a bit of a Dune fan. I'm not quite happy with some of the things that they've decided to do with the first, with the end of the second Part 2, with where they're leading. But they are working on Dune Part 3, and Dune Part 3 is going to be the Dune Messiah. Basically, is going to be the start of that book.
My favorite.
I'm not sure. Dune Messiah is your favorite?
Yeah.
No, God Emperor is my favorite. No. But it's kind of the most boring. It's kind of the most boring thing. Sorry, it's kind of the most boring book. But,
no, it's not. It's not boring at all. It's actually it doesn't really fit is the problem in the Dune universe. It's kind of strange because it's
Emperor,
no. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Messiah was the most boring.
No. I think it's God Emperor's kind of boring because it's a lot of the worm talking.
Yes,
stuff.
Yes, it's a lot of.
It's still my favorite.
Between,
So they're there's talking about, of course, anyone who doesn't know, Jason Momoa is going to be back because he is going to because of course Duncan Idaho comes back as a Gola Hyatt. And he, trained as a Mentat, and he is given to Leto.
No, Paul.
To Paul. Well, Paul's not in Dune Messiah really. He's mostly out of the movie, the book, because he disappears, right?
No, you're no. By the end, but the whole point of Dune Messiah is they are. It's a plot basically by all these different forces to try and get rid of, take him down. Yeah. So,
and then he takes off. So he takes off for Children of Dune. I'm getting all mixed up.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Messiah is pretty short a book comparative.
It is.
So they've in some casting news. Let me see here. Alia is going to be played by Anna Taylor-Joy. I think we saw her at the end of the last movie. We saw a picture of her. I think it's the same one. So, I mean, she seemed pretty good.
Did they show her like in a future, like
yeah,
like
she talks to
like
him on
flash forward or something?
Yeah, flash forward, like just there. She says something to him. Jason Momoa's. Let's see who's playing. Let me just go through. Nakoda Wolf Momoa will play Leto 2, which is Jason Momoa's kid. Ida Brooke plays the sister. So that's kind of interesting. Momoa's got his kid in there. This article's got a lot of spoilers and stuff. So it looks like Nakoda Wolf Momoa. It's a weird name. They looked. I thought I saw pictures of them. They didn't seem to look like they were related. More scowling Zendaya to look forward. Yeah, I mean, Chani is not really that important in my view in the book, right? There shouldn't be that many women in Dune because Dune is, except for the Bene Gesserit, Dune is sexist. It's very patriarchal. Momoa's on record saying his son did it all without his dad's help. All right, well, that's good.
Hey, welcome, Jason.
Oh, look at this. Green Girl's looking forward. I give you hints in the thumbnail. I give you hints. All right. All right. So when's it coming out? I don't know. I didn't bother looking that part up. All right. Okay. So Cam, let me ask you. Avatar: Fire and Ash is coming out. Are you excited?
Don't care.
Don't care?
Didn't see any of the other movies. Don't care anything about it.
I saw the first one and I thought, it's pretty cool. It's like the first 3D movie, for the modern age. I watched it. I watched the second one, fell asleep. Don't remember what happened. Apparently the Colonel guy from the first movie, he was kind of cool. I think he gets killed in the first movie, but apparently he's back as some sort of, I don't know, clone or something. And I think he's in this one too. Cause I was looking at he's a good character. I was looking at the list and it looks like he's in the cast. Stephen Lang, I think he is his name. He's the Colonel. But I don't really care. It's something to do about, let me just, if anybody's interested, Jake and Natiri's family grapple with grief after Netamia's death. I guess I don't know who that is. Is that her mother? And they encounter a new aggressive Navi tribe, the Ash people, who are led by the fiery Vrang as the conflict on Pandora escalates and a new moral focus emerges. I I don't care. It looked cool, but yeah, it's very. It was very. I wasn't talking to you about this, eh? It's very. When they come in and they're like, "We got to get this stuff called unobtainium." Like, oh, the MacGuffin, great, yeah. So anyway, not too interested. Okay, what? I am ignoring Green Girl. No, I'm not. The Nepo babies always say that. Oh, okay. So Green Girl disagrees with Sci-Fi for Me TV. Yeah. Sorry. Too many broads in these movies. Oh, my. Just a vow. Yeah, Avatar. Not interested. Don't want to. I'm not interested in seeing it myself either. But hey. Yeah. Give me the obtainium everywhere. Yeah, when I saw that in the movie, I was like, "What? An obtainium? Snob is not much of a snob." I don't really, because I don't really like this movie. This is not interested at all. Cam, yeah, Cam doesn't want to see it, right? No, you didn't even see the first one.
Nope.
No, I had to see the first one because I was like, "Oh, everyone was," and there was one part where I had to duck from a spear coming at my head or something like that. But yeah, it was pretty, it's pretty formulaic, right? Native people bad, human colonizers bad, native people good. Yeah. All right, next, here we go. Green Girl. This is what you want. This is Cam's thing. Amazing digital circus. Cam, go.
Okay. This is it's somewhat related to sci-fi. Okay, it's a wacky. This is one of these. I don't know. I'm not like deeply immersed in what the kids like, but this is one of those animations that's hot with the kids, as my understanding goes. So it's a multi-part series that I guess is supposed to go like 8 or 9 parts, and I think they've had 5 episodes so far, and the 6th one's coming out this week. So there was a trailer that dropped for it. So I watched the ones that are there, and you can see the cast there. The main character in the middle there, the little jester, is at the beginning of the show. She basically Pomni, right? Oh, so that's right. You've seen some of this.
So I watched the first. Cam, you put me onto this, didn't you?
I don't know.
Or someone did. Anyway, I watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes. Okay. It's pretty weird.
It is. It's very weird. It's super. This is the kind. It's meant for today's generation, right? Young Gen Z or Gen Alpha, I guess.
I can't believe Cam would like this, but
I didn't say I liked it. I said
you watched the whole thing.
Yeah, there's only like 5 episodes. They're like 20 minutes or something. It's not a big investment of time. But anyway, so Pomni, the main character there, shows up in this virtual world, which is, a very bright and colorful thing. And, apparently they don't delve into this in the first episode, but, basically she's like clawing at her eyes, like, how do I get this thing off of me? And then, she alludes to the fact that she put on some kind of headset, like a VR headset or something. And she can't, but now, so she's in this world, like an AI or a virtual world, and can't get out. And the other characters, they say they've been there for years or whatever, and they can't get out. And so, she basically, they can remember their lives, their actual lives, but they don't remember their real names, for example. It's not a kid show. It's peak. She's okay.
So just let me, I'm looking at the Wikipedia while you're talking here. So it's not clear watching the first, because I'm reading this and I'm like, oh, that's how it works. It's not clear when you're watching the show, but yeah, they've all trapped in some sort of virtual reality game or something. And Pomni shows up at the beginning at the first, and the rest, as Cam said, the rest of them are there. And then there's the circus ringmaster, the guy with the teeth in the center there, and he is an artificial intelligence. And he engages them in nonsensical adventures to distract them from their situation, because they all risk losing their sanity and abstracting into digital monstrosities, whatever that
Well,
means.
yeah, that's what happens
They're trying not to go
first
crazy.
in the first episode. They, Pomni shows up and they're trying, she's trying to figure out what's going on, and one of the other people here is going through this abstraction and like is freaking out and turns into like a monster and is chasing him around, and and the ragdoll there, Ragatha, she like gets the other person that's abstracting like touches her and she starts freaking out, like her program is like glitching and such. No, it's no pun intended. The studio, I guess, it puts this out, it's called Glitch, but and so there's this whole thing, and so it, at the end of that episode it's like, okay, well, she's here, and then the second episode it moves into, oh, you're going to go on this adventure, and she's still kind of freaking out, and the others are kind of, they've seemingly accepted, whatever this situation is. And so they go on, it's basically, and I think Pomni says it's like, so this is all just LARPing. You're doing, you're LARPing. So they, it's some adventure that they go on, and it's basically like a role playing thing where, like, the first one, I think it's the first one where they go, it was the second episode, the first mission they go on, where they go to like a candy kingdom or something, and they're, trying to help the princess or something, and so there's this gang of alligator, like gummy alligators, that are trying to steal the maple syrup or whatever. And then so it's like, it turns into kind of a road warrior thing where they're fighting, trying to get this truck back. But then it then delves, it kind of goes in, and this is the more of the sci-fi part of it. It goes into this thing where Pomni and the leader of the gang, Gummy Goo, who is an alligator, as I said, they like clip through the map and go into like the back rooms or whatever of the program, I guess, where it's like you just see like the assets, like, Gummy Goo comes upon like his 3D model or whatever, and he's like, what's going on, because he thinks he's real, right?
Yeah, because except for the characters in the show here, everything else are NPCs,
right?
And he's an NPC,
right, exactly. But he doesn't know that, so he's so he's having like an existential crisis, and Pomni's there with him, and she's trying to talk him through this, and she's like, well, maybe you're as real as we are, I mean, whatever. So then they go, and this is spoilery, by the way, so hope I didn't go too far with this, but she tries to take him back to the circus where they live, and should I just go full spoiler here, or I don't know if anybody cares?
I think I saw the first two episodes. I forget what happens when they take him.
Okay, well, he comes back, and Kane, the ringmaster guy, he's like, oh, one of those guys is here, and he just obliterates him. He's just like, and Pomni's like,
the NPCs in.
Right, exactly. And he makes, there's these mentions. It's like, we can't, it's like something about he couldn't tell the difference or whatever, or or we can't have them, mixing in with the real people, or so there's like this overtone, this weird overtone of what the real story behind this is. And like in the first episode, like there was a clip, and Pomni's like trying to find the exit, right, or whatever, and there is no exit, but she sees an exit, like an exit door, and she tries to go through it, and she so they have this scene where they're showing like a dimly lit office, like with a 90s era computer, and then like zips out of that. So there's some mystery to this whole thing that's kind of maybe slowly being revealed as we go here.
And like Kane created the exit just to make them happy, so they would have something to,
well, did he?
Hope or something they can fulfill their desire.
I'm not sure, because he's like, no, there is no exit. He's like denying it. But you might be right. I might have missed that point.
Yeah, I think he does. Like he just, like there's no exit. I mean, you can't get out. And I think when you open the exit, there's nothing there, because he's like, he didn't decide what to put there, right? But it's not an exit.
Yeah. And well, there's the void also, which is, kind of, like a computer generated space or something, a virtual, a more abstract virtual world. But then in the third episode, they go. I think it's the third episode. It's like a horror themed thing, and the animation style is very different. It's not. I shouldn't say the style. The look of the animation is very different because it's like it's like a horror themed adventure they're going on, and it's this whole thing where it's basically a Pomni and Kinger episode. Kinger is the guy that looks like a chess piece there, and it's kind of this, he's like crazy, and incoherent, but then like on this adventure he's not. He's like his mind is kind of back intact to some degree, and so this, you have this interaction between those characters. So there is some depth to this. It's not just wild and wacky insanity all the time. There is a little bit more of a human story going on here, and I don't know where it's going at this point. But I thought that episode was actually good. That was the one that I actually really liked, was the Kinger and Pomni episode with the horror thing. And like I said, the animation was really cool too, because it looked, it was like a lot of wood, like a haunted mansion kind of thing. And it was pretty wild stuff. And there's funny moments. Did you see that one?
No, I think I saw the first 2 episodes. I remember the first 2. I don't remember. I don't think I saw the third one or the after that. But I, I might have watched this when there was only, well, maybe there was. I'm not sure. The episodes can be like this. The last episode was released in June, and that's 6 months from the one before that, episode 5. Then episode 6 is releasing like next week,
Friday, yeah,
on the 15th or something.
Right.
It says we don't know anything about it, so. I don't know if that's they're taking their time. They do a story and then they got to animate it and stuff. But
right,
there's 6-7 months between the first and the second, and then another 6 months, 5 months, and then another 2 months, and then 6 months again. So
yeah, and yeah, nightmarish scary. Yeah, the third episode was kind of scary in that respect.
I find the whole thing a little bit disturbing.
It is. It's very surreal and weird. And again, like this is going to be
not for kids.
Well, they kind of have a joke about that. It's like, yeah, this is not for little kids, because like the first thing, it's like when she shows up, she's swearing, and they're blanking it out, right? It's like they have something that appears up, over her mouth, like the dingbats or wingdings or whatever, and and they're bleeping it all out, so there's no swearing, and Keynes makes a point of it's like, oh, anything but not swearing, it's a family thing or whatever, and it's like, but it's not really. And the next episode is, well, it has a lot of gunplay apparently, according to the previews, so there's just all, they're all running around with guns in the circus, and apparently they form teams, and I don't know if they're trying to off each other or whatever's going on, but it's probably not for the kids. I don't know, but obviously it appeals to younger kids, or at least teenagers. But just real quickly, just let me say, then the fourth episode was about, they basically went to work in a fast food restaurant, where Gangle, the little ribbon creature with the mask there, the theater mask, is the manager. Yeah, on the far right, is the manager of the store. And again, we get little bits and snippets about these people's real lives. And, she wanted to be an artist or something, and she worked in fast food, and, kind of gave up, she was in art school or something. So she's like a real sad character. She's always moping around and everything. And that one ended tragically as well, with her unfortunate death. But not because it was death in the role playing. They die or are, experience things that would kill them in there, but they don't die, because it's, again, a virtual world. And then the fifth episode was like a collection of a bunch of shorts, essentially, because they were complaining about Kane's dumb ideas for adventures, and so they were like going through the suggestion box or whatever. So they had a bunch of short ones. And then the next one here, like I said, just gonna. Oh, and then, well, the other thing is Gummy Goo appears again in he's like a customer at the restaurant. Like, they have the same assets that are being used in this thing, that appear again and again. And Gummy Goo's one of them. But he doesn't remember anything because he's an NPC, right? But, Pomni's like, oh, she's trying to talk to him and everything because it's like her friend, but he doesn't know that. That Gummy Goo has been obliterated, or so we think. Who knows where that's going to go. But anyway, like I said, it's a virtual world thing. It does tie into sci-fi. I don't know if it will meet all the criteria. We could probably explore that when it's done. But anyway, there we are.
Yeah, it's a little bit bizarre.
Mhm.
So this was okay. So this is a viral sensation as of now. The first episode. Oh no, maybe that's all of the episodes. Oh no, the pilot has as of this month has 383 million views. Like that's astronomical.
Yeah.
It exploded and it became a viral sensation on YouTube.
I think it's
when
been
it first
picked up.
came out, which is
I
why
think
you
it's
might
been,
have heard of it.
yeah, I think it's been picked up by Netflix too.
It's number 4 on Netflix's top 10. Within a week of premiering on Netflix, it became so it is like this is bizarre stuff.
It's not really aimed at our age group probably, but it is a big, rather big phenomena out there.
Yeah. And we got to keep up with what the kids are doing.
That's right. You gotta stay hip.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got next?
Well, I got a bunch of, we can do it if we want to, but maybe let's go to the, what do the chat want to talk about? Let's do, we said, ask me anything. I got a bunch of video game things, but, I've been talking to this guy who, does video game stuff, and I'm thinking we're going to do a show with him in the near future, and sometime in the next month, August, September. And so, I mean, I put the stuff in there, but we don't have to talk about it. We'll just, if we can't think of anything else, we'll go through a couple of, these are strategy games that I'm sort of watching if anybody's interested in that stuff. But let's go to the chat. Let's let them, K-pop demon hunters. Is this what this is? These are K-pop demon hunters, or they're kind of like that.
Okay.
Gringo wants to talk about K-pop demon hunters. We also, Cam wanted to do Ask Me Anything. So you want to ask Cam where he lives and what he looks like and stuff like
that. I will be happy to make up answers to that. Let me address K-pop demon hunters here since we have our request. I have seen this also. It's another one of these things that's, first of all, K-pop generally is something I would avoid like the plague. But it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a K-pop girl band that also happen to be demon hunters, and there's a whole thing that it's actually I don't know, maybe it's like an hour and a half movie that came out on Netflix.
It's a Netflix thing.
Yeah. And it's, again, one of these, it's like a huge, again, as I understand, it's a huge hit, and like the songs from it and everything are like, Billboard, charting and all this stuff. It's, and the thing that's funny about it, because again, the whole K-pop thing that I don't really engage with in any way, but other than, my concept is the fans of K-pop are the most obnoxious fandom in existence of all time, maybe. They have a bad reputation. I don't know if they are. Like I said, I don't know any of these people, but that kind of rolls into the story, that they're dealing with the rabid fans a bit, and they don't really go after them like in a bad way or anything. It's not like negative towards them, but it plays up on the tropes of all the Snuggie. We are no longer friends. But it's basically superhero chicks slaughtering demons and with a catchy soundtrack, right? I mean, that's what this is. It's, there's a storyline behind it, and it the thing is, it very effectively tells the story, like the way that they introduce the characters. Well, you can see from this too, it's got some goofball animation. It's, crazy, funny, it's funny. And
you watched this.
Yeah.
And you think it's good?
Yeah, it is. It's fairly good. I mean, it doesn't take itself incredibly seriously. It's, Gojira, it's kind of like Buffy meets Jem. It does have that feel. The Buffy stuff is pretty similar in terms, it's like, oh yeah, there's always, okay, so they go back. This is all intro stuff, so it's not really spoiling it. But there was this. There's demons in the world. This is like Korean or Asian mythology stuff. So, and I don't know the specifics
Hip
of it.
hop is Korean. So,
yeah, right. But this is. So they have some history. And I don't know that much about that particular mythology, but it's, there's some demon and so there was these ancient heroes, that had whatever powers, and they, basically create a barrier between the demon world and the earth to protect it. Right. And then this is passed down through all of these groups who are all these singers, and they show it like, it's like, oh, there's like a 50s band, or all these like a wartime 40s band, and then more like a mod era 60s thing. And Snuggie, I swear to God. And so it works. They introduce it, and they introduce the characters very effectively, because the way they do it is like their fans are like screeching about, oh, I love her because of this, and but they do it very quickly and get you up to speed as to the background of it, and then they kind of get into it. And it's it's like I said, it's wacky, it's fairly lighthearted. They do have like some meaningful story in it, with the characters and their their personal conflicts and all that that they go through. But it's a lot of anime style ass kicking of demons. That's it's just fun kind of stuff. And like I said, there's the songs are super catchy, pop songs and all that stuff. So yeah, I think it's worth watching.
Yeah, I mean, I like stuff like things that don't take itself seriously and go a little like I normally wouldn't watch something like this, but if it really makes it makes fun of itself and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't.
I would be interested to check it out. Yeah, I mean, somebody got me to watch that Digital Circus thing. I watched the first 2 episodes. I don't know why I didn't go back, but it was a while ago. I think it was a year ago or something. I watched it. They might not have all been out, but yeah, it was pretty. It's pretty bizarre. So this is not quite as bizarre, but interesting enough, eh?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, and even if you just watch the action scenes, it's worth watching. They're pretty. Again, they're wild, but they're it's anime, so they could do all this crazy choreography and everything, and they tie it in with the the music and the their enemies that are another K-pop band and all that.
Right. Just like Gem.
Exactly. Yeah.
The Misfits Misfits the enemy band.
Yes. Yeah. The hologram. I was a fan of Gem. I will readily admit that. I know it's a girls' show. It was still entertaining, and I like it to this day.
All right. Well, come on, chat. Give us something else. K-pop Demon Hunters. We got Space King, Cam.
Oh yeah, I'm
Space King 3 is in the works.
I wish they would come out with
the Weatherman read my mind. I didn't see your chat. Finally, these guys are taking too long.
Yeah, it's taking a while.
Taking too long to do these things. So, Cam, tell us about Space King.
Well, it's a send up. It's a satire of Warhammer 40K. It's very blatantly, and it's just it takes all of the most ridiculous, over the top tropes of it and runs with them. It's like you mentioned. I think we've talked about it on the show before.
We talked about it on the show. It's I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, it follows around, basically a squad of, Space Marines, and you've got the Space King that they, worship and all this stuff, and they, the beginning show of it is them basically invading a planet and kidnapping all the boys to become Space Marines, and then they just throw the girls into a volcano. So it's just obviously just. Wrong on so many levels, but it's absurd, and it's meant to be funny. Of course, it's not serious.
Yeah, here are the 4 main characters for Space King. Yeah, so they got 2 episodes of Space King out. Yeah, it's I like the 40K universe. I think it's. I mean, I don't play the game. I don't particularly, I'm not particularly impressed with the Games Workshop, the company that does it, but the lore is just very, it's it's totally out there. And these guys basically are Warhammer. They probably played Warhammer and experts, and they just took everything and perverted it. Yeah, so they're going crazy. It's a great satire of the Warhammer. You got Chestnut. Chestnut's the medic, the only white. Who's your favorite, Cam?
Chestnut.
Chestnut's your favorite. Oh yeah. Chestnut's your favorite. I mean, I'm supposed to like him. I like the purple guy. What's his name? Anyway, he's the religious guy, so he's always like, "We must kill the Xenos."
Well, they love genocide too. They're very eager to commit genocide.
Yeah.
On the show.
Yeah.
What's the guy? The one who's like the thinker. It's
it's the orange guy. He's the smart guy.
Well, we
and
forgot.
Then of course the red guy's the leader, and he's just like, he's not very smart. He's just they're trying to blow everything up. If you haven't seen Space King,
also not for kids.
Even the whole they got to collect their holy globules. And the first episode I wasn't sure, but then in the second episode they make it clear that they're the guy's testicles. Like, the first episode you're like,
well, they're getting killed constantly too, right? So they collect
killed.
the globules to
and then they put them in
one of a new body, basically.
And they put them in a new body, and then and I'm like, are they collecting their testicles? Like first you're like, oh, is that what's going on? And then you find out in the second episode, they're pretty decent video games based on the 40K universe. Memes were my knowledge. It's maybe a little bit more of that. Hate Mace Enema without lube. Yes, that's correct. What's the purple guy's name? I can't. But he's got his Hate Mace.
It's Hate Monger, isn't it?
Hate Monger. Yeah, I think that's it. I've been playing. Gojira mentions I've been playing Rogue Trader a little bit. I got it for free, and I've been playing it the past little while. It's not bad. It's an RPG based on the 40K universe. It's pretty fun. But I mean, I finished the prologue and the chapter 1. In the prologue, the ship is attacked by cultists. There's a big fight on the ship. The owner of the ship gets killed, and I've taken over the ship now. I'm basically running the ship. And in the first episode, we go down to the solar system, this planet. Anyway, cultists are everywhere. I got to fight them, and in the end, Xenos show up, and they basically block out the sun, and we have to leave with the ship falling apart and barely making it, and like, oh no. So I mean, it's been chapter 1, and we almost, already a solar system has been, I don't know. We don't know what the Xenos do to the sun. If I don't think they've destroyed it, but they've blocked it or they've done something. I mean, that whole solar system is probably cold now. Rogue Trader's it's pretty good. If you like sci-fi RPGs, with the very typical fantasy, the stat style of the fantasy ones. I think it's better than that in my view. But it's that kind of similar game. I've played a couple other Warhammer. Space Marine was kind of fun. Cam, that's like a third-person shooter you go through when you're a Space Marine, and all these horrible things happen. Everybody dies, and the Space Marine 2 I think is out. I haven't done that one, but it's pretty. Just as a light sort of run around. Cultists just make me think of our games. It's just the Warhammer universe is just so it's so out there, with so extreme, anything Xenos is evil, and cultists are just anybody who doesn't worship the Emperor in the universe, right? So when I say cult, they're not really cultists. They're just like,
Heretics.
The parents are treated. The peasants are treated horribly by the Empire. Warhammer is a universe where the only resource that you have a lot of people. So they're the least important resource. So the peasants are treated horribly, and they get pissed off and they revolt. And of course, when they revolt, or if they ever don't believe in the emperor or whatever, they're considered heretics, and in come the Space Marines to wipe them out. So no, I don't play Warhammer. I can't afford it. I mean, and it's just it's too much. It's not for me. But I like the lore of the universe, and I've read a couple of I started reading the Horus Heresy, but there's like 35 books in that. And I read the first one. I'm like, because the author who did it was, I liked him. But then I found out that he wrote like 1 out of every 8 books because they're just cranking them out. So I haven't read any more. 40K is for rich people. But the lore is good. The lore is fun. And I'd love to see a movie. I'm with Henry Cavill. I'd love to see a movie done properly. I do a movie with 40K. I would, I'd pick a star, right? The star in the movie. And at the end of the movie, everyone would die. And I'd kill off, Henry Cavill or John Hamm or whoever you put in there. I'd kill him off. And then I do another movie. Or like you'd sort of, at the end of the movie, the guy for the next movie would come in. And then he would die, and then that guy would take over, and you'd carry on, because basically that's what that's what happens. It's like nobody survives for very long in this damn universe, and you're just all, humanity is just fodder for the grist for the mill. But it would be really dark, and I don't know if people would like that. Cam, you want to comment on that? No.
Nope.
All right. What else? Space King. Yeah, it's good. Go and watch it after the stream. Watch Space King. It's just you got to have that right. That sarcastic sort of dark. But yeah, I have that, so I like it. All right. Anybody else? We're looking at an hour and a half. Anybody? Anything else, Cam, or should we just finish it off?
No, unless anybody's got anything they want to, us to comment on. Free. If we don't know it, we'll say we don't know. But otherwise, I guess we're done.
All right. Next week, what are we going to do next week, Cam?
Movie night.
Movie night. Yeah. So everybody watch. We're going to do, the movie is called, this is something that somebody suggested, Colossus, the Forbin Project. It is about artificial intelligence, war, and nuclear war. It's kind of Terminator before Terminator, 1970s. I'll put it up in the, I'll put the link up now in the chat. But we will. It'll also be in the, in the notes for the show, and you can watch it right there on Internet Archive for free. Right. So all of our movies, try to watch them for free, so you can watch it and talk about it. When does Tron Ares come out? October, I think. It was when I saw the Fantastic Four, there was a trailer for Tron Ares, and it's October, I believe. October, I can't remember which, October 15th, October 25th, something like that. Yeah. Did you see anything do you know anything about Tron Ares?
Not really.
So it's Ares is a super soldier, and the virtual people are coming into the real world. There's some, instead of us going there, some, evil corporation guy is going to bring Ares, this ultimate Tron warrior, out, going to bring it into the real world. And I said, this, he's selling it to the military. He's like, look at this guy. He's this and that. He's great. And look, if he dies and then he kills him, he presses a button, kills him. We just bring him back. but he kills him. The guy, Ares is like, it's obviously painful. So I can see that October 10th. All right. I can see that there's going to be some sort of conflict where Ares is kind of mad that we're killing him all the time. Yeah. So October 10th. I knew it was October. I didn't remember the date, but yeah. And they're advertising it in the theaters now and the trailers and stuff. So, yeah. So I don't know. Is it good or not? I don't know. It has the same look as Tron. Did you see Legacy, Cam?
Yes.
Yeah. Which was an updated version of the, the graphics and stuff. Ares look pretty much similar to that style and everything. So, it looks pretty good. The visuals. Yeah. Good or not? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if should we see that movie, Cam, or
Ares you're talking about?
Yeah.
Maybe
interested enough.
I don't know if I'm interested enough to go to the theater. I mean,
yeah, been disappointed so often. I'm kind of curious, but I mean, I thought Legacy was fine. We did do Tron on a movie night, right? So we have
we talked about Tron twice, right?
Yeah, so we have a little history there. But yeah, all right. So yeah, you gotta go see it again or something. Yeah, I don't remember either. Jeff Bridges is caught in the machine, and he's doubled, and he's splitting. There's two of them. One's the bad guy, and he's hiding out from him his bad self, something like that. And the sun comes into the machine, whatever. Yeah. So next week, as I said, we'll do a movie night, and then sometime in the future, we want to do, like I said, I'll have the guy from Critical Moves podcast on. We'll talk about sci-fi video games, probably focusing on the strategy and stuff. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do. If we're just going to talk about the games, I'd rather go in a little bit deeper. Him and his guys go in a little bit deeper the games, like, what makes a good game and that kind of thing. So I'm not sure exactly what we're going to talk about, but yeah, if you want to go on the Discord and suggest what you want, you can, and you can check out his stuff there too. His name's Al. He just joined our Discord, so if you jump in the Discord, you can find him, and I'm sure he's got links to his website and his YouTube and his Discord as well. I joined it. Yeah, you can go check out things in that place. Yeah. All right. This week, yeah, you can. Cam's done, James, and I got to finish, and then we would talk to you privately about your book. And then if you want to talk about your story, yeah, we could make some time on the show to talk about it. I think we'd do that. But I would do that after we talk to you. And then you can decide what you want to do.
Yeah, hey, Jason, what do you got coming up this week on Live from the Bunker?
He's got to put that in the chat. Yeah, okay. Babylon 5, we're coming up this Wednesday. What are we doing on Babylon 5? What episode is it? Oh, it's the titular episode, right?
Yeah,
it's Shadows.
Yep.
The Emperor comes to visit Babylon 5.
Centauri Emperor, yep.
Centauri Emperor. And Jakar is not happy about it. He's pissed. And he might take some sort of action to do something not so good. Maybe. Come and see. Tabletop stuff tomorrow for Monday. Doctors on Tuesday. Surgery Thursday. Okay, well, I don't think those things are not going to be on the show. I don't think. Are you? I don't believe that. Updates on Kurtzman.
Right, so we're pulling for Mindy. Pulling for Mindy's quick recovery.
Yes. Mindy's going to the doctor. All right. Hopefully that works out well. We'll be praying for you. Anything else, Cam? That's it?
No, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to jump in the Discord after if anybody wants to shoot the shit in the Discord. Yeah, is Natoth in this one? I've seen this one before. I don't even know. I'm gonna jump to Discord. I don't think Cam has to go to bed, so he's tired.
Yep.
Yeah. But I'll jump in the Discord if anybody wants to jump in the Discord afterwards, just to shoot the shit or whatever, hang out. You can whatever you want. All right. Yeah, I think that's about all. Cam, did we forget anything?
Given that we really didn't have an agenda, no.
No. This was we just spitball. If anybody wants to, if you have a suggestion for a show, feel free to jump. Send me something on X, in the Discord, whatever. Anything you want to?
I do have something to plug. My new channel, which is going to be wall to wall digital circus and K-pop Demon Hunter discussion. So I will be leaving this show and doing that one counter programming to this.
What? So. You're going to be doing it on the same time, trying to steal all my
yep.
Everybody. Right on. Yeah, I always knew it. Yeah. All right. So did we forget anything? We're all done.
Good to go.
That's it. I think we forgot jokes. I have some video game jokes.
Oh, I'm sure these will be great.
All right. Let me see. My girl and I were in love, Cam, but we just couldn't be together. We weren't on the same level.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Why does Donkey Kong wear a tie?
I don't know. Why does Donkey Kong wear a tie?
He's got monkey business to do later, right? Because he's a monkey and he wears a tie, business tie, right? So, get it?
Yep.
Why did the gamer play so many video games after his breakup?
I don't know. Why did the video gamer play so many games after his breakup?
He needed to console himself. Get it? Console, get it? Console, console, get it?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to say these are above average for you.
Oh, wow. Sometimes I get lucky. All right. Well, I'm glad you like that one. All right. Okay. That's it for the show, everybody. Thanks for coming by. We appreciate it. Check out the Discord. Check out the subscribe stars up too. I got to start doing stuff, putting things up there. I think I'm going to put up, some of the clips. I'll put them up there first, and then they'll go on the main channel. But yeah. All right. So that's it, everybody. See you next time. Thanks to all you Lounge Lizards. And remember, if your name isn't up on the Lounge Lizard list, let me know. I'll put you on there. Yeah. Good night, everybody.
All right. Thanks for coming.
All right. Where's the sound? Come on.
Killing me.
All right, say something, Cam. Talk us out.
Okay, yeah. Thanks everyone for coming, and we'll see you next week for that super movie watch. And I appreciate everyone who came in the chat and made the show lively.
Yeah, we appreciate you in the chat, guys. You make the show. It's all about us and the people in the chat. Yeah. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Finally got it working.
Things that people say